So one thing I really like to do, one of my great passions, is to go on long trips to overseas locations such as the Pacific Islands. What the Pacific Islands can offer, I find, is more appealing to me than the liveaboards, if you want a local liveaboard, because with a liveaboard you just stay on the same boat with the same people for the whole trip. And whereas compared to the Pacific Islands, when I go there, I tend to go into really remote locations. I get to see all these different elements of a different culture. I get to eat all this wonderful food, not only the food that I spear, because they will cook that for me, but they'll also add all the supplementary food from the local jungle, a lot of the fruits, wonderful fruits. And I just love that being able to immerse in another culture, particularly one that is self-sufficient. They live off the ocean, they live off the land, and really diving straight into that is an added element to a spearfishing trip. The Pacific Islands has a lot to offer from a diving perspective. There are very, very deep drop-offs and big walls, wonderful coral areas, large fish, and the water is always warm and usually very, very clear. The fish are quite, well, challenging to spear. They're very challenging to approach, especially on those drop-offs. They tend to keep sliding down and they can entice you to go a little bit too deep sometimes, so you've got to be careful with that. And they're big fish and they can wreck your gear. But it's all part of the challenge and I really love it. I've done a lot of these trips and there's just so much to learn and so much wonderful things to pick out from it. The locals just open their arms to you in these cultures and they'll invite you in to their villages. They'll invite you into the church, and the church is a big part of their culture. Every village has one. So it's good to go in and mix and just mingle with all the locals. And the children are amazing. They got big white smiles and they'll jump all over you. They just love anything new, any newcomer they'll just cling to. So it's really a wonderful experience. And I did have the pleasure of meeting one of the guides. So when you go spearfishing in these remote locations, you really need a good guide. You'll probably be in a longboat and you really need a good guide, because I have had some bad ones where they're more designed for fishing, and I've had one that actually just fell asleep when he was supposed to be looking after me. So you need to get a good one, whether that's by chance or you do some negotiation and chat around and see if you can find one. I did have a really good one on one trip in the Solomon Islands, and because he was a lifetime spearo, that was his passion and also a way to provide for his family. He would do it every day for pretty much most of his waking life. The guy had 6 children, if you could believe that, and he was tasked with feeding them. Most of his food would come from the ocean that he would spear himself. So that's where you start to learn the whole big picture of spearfishing and what it means to some people around the world. Now, he actually showed me how they don't have a lot of resources. They're actually, relatively speaking, very, very poor compared to a developed country. So they have to make do with whatever they can, and he talked me through how he got together a lot of pieces, and they're very ingenious, and they come together and make things out of whatever they can. And he made his own spear gun from bits and pieces that he gathered from things that had come off other things and bits and parts, put them all together, made different spear guns, some ingenious ways to get around some problems, and he comes up with a very unique thing that he's quite proud of, and it means a lot to him being able to feed his family, and he's quite passionate about. So I was able to meet someone like that, and he was able to talk through how he did it and what it means to him. So that was quite special, and that's something you get from these type of trips.
You can see this is made out of our own knowledge. This one, if you watch carefully, this one is a frame of the war plane. This one, the thing here. Okay, if you see the rod here, they usually do in Noro. There's a fishing factory there. They usually run this rod is for the conveyor on the side of the fish usually runs. They usually do this one for guide the fish to not falling over, and that's the steel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's good for spearfishing like me because I usually do this. So it's easy for me to do the marketing.
Yeah.
This is really good, and this way I get this. This stuff is spending about $100 Solomon. So okay, now you can watch carefully. This one is a spoon. It's an eating spoon. If you want to watch it there, it's a spoon. Okay, this one is a tuna line. Tuna line. You know, on a drift nets, they run this one. This one is a PVC pipe. PVC pipe is a water pipe thing. So I stole it. I cut some pipe out. I go, because there's no pipes. So I steal this one. I put it in, and you know, this one is usually I get black, but the white is more good because the fish is interested, because it's like feeding time when they saw the white. Every fish looks like white too, so that's why I get this. Okay. When they saw this, they're interested to come close to my gun, and that's why they come close. So I can see on the face on this one, it's like looks like bait fish. Yeah. So when they see this, they see that too. So in the timing, it's very beautiful because they love this and they love this. Okay, a rubber band here is like a spear gun, but I cut it in 2 halves. Slices it down in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's easier for me because besides the marketing, it's easier because
easier to load.
Yeah, to load.
Yeah.
Yeah, to load. If I use one of your gun, and you have to look for big fish. That makes me nonsense. I can't catch more. but this is really good.
Yeah.
I just loaded one and loaded another one. It takes me not even a minute to load this thing. Yeah, it's go. Okay, I got this one.
That's a sort of wire.
If you got a wire like trolling wire, you know wire, trolling wire, steel wire.
Yeah.
This is what I use.
Like it. Yeah. Okay. Steel
So
trace.
I use trolling wire and I attach a little bit cloth on it. You will see the white thing on it. The cloth, because you know sometimes the rubber slippery. So the cloth, I tied it around the steel to hold it well when you put the rubber in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how I make it.
It's amazing to tie it off like that.
This, you know, I've been experienced a long time ago when I put directly, it slips all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I put a cloth, it's easier. So this is what I do to this. And those things, they attach to there's 2 forks here. Let me see.
Yeah.
One is here and one is on the other side here. Then the trigger is made of wood. They call Harold Powell. That's my name. Sama kawa too.
Yeah, yeah,
So they love this spear.
yeah. And so you just press down that.
Yeah, I just go.
You press
I
down
load
on it,
I go
and it lifts the spear up.
and it just.
Man, and that's it. Yeah, very effective.
And that's how this thing works. Well, I mean, that's the life I'm using. You know, I get
Yeah,
the money for my family
yeah.
to spearfish.
And you get how many kilos each time?
20 to 30 kilo to 40 kilo.
Each time you go out.
Yes.
How many hours would you spend in the water?
Oh, give me one full day for 40 kilo.
Yeah,
You know, because
Of
you have to
of small
choose.
fish.
Yes. I mean, this size.
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
If this size, then I use my sling. You know that
The other Hawaiian sling, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
the sling. You know.
yeah,
And that's really good and fun.
yeah,
It's fun to me. So, you know, my life I was spearfisherman. My life I spent my whole time just go for spearfisherman, and just love it. And it's like heaven to me, you know. Just, I do know nothing. I just like
yeah.
I'm proud. Okay, so thank you.